Hey guys, welcome back. Today I've got another watch. This was the original tour watch from the Random Rob channel. And if you're not following him, you should. Amazing watches. So let's just dive right into this. This tour started 16 weeks ago, give or take, is when it went to its first tour participant. So what happened is Rob bought this from Drop, formerly Mass Drop, for about $400, give or take. And we all chipped in, $30, $40, whatever it was, between the 10 or 12 of us. Excuse me. And it kind of toured the country. It started in Chicago area or Michigan, and it just went around the country. It was in Florida. It's been in the, all along the East Coast to the West Coast, and everywhere in between. So it's got one more stop, and then we'll do a drawing between everybody that was participant in the tour, and somebody will win the watch. So because it was such a large tour, there was another tour that went around the reverse way. So we still have to give that one away too, I think. So, but anyway, this is the Glycine Combat Sub Soda version, because it's got the blue and red bezel. So Rolex calls that the Pepsi. Somebody else calls it the Coke. Glycine calls it the soda, so they don't get in trouble for whatever. So the case size is 42 millimeters. The lug to lug is 50 millimeters, but this bracelet is shorter than the lugs. It's kind of unusual there. So it's a really short lug width, or a lug to lug. The lug width is 22 millimeters, and it tapers down to 20 on the stainless steel clasp, or stainless steel bracelet, with the milled, or not a milled clasp, but just a stamped metal stainless steel clasp. Nothing to write home about. It is signed there, Glycine Swiss, but nothing too exciting on the clasp or the bracelet. The overall thickness, it's really thin at 10.5, which is really nice. Sapphire Crystal, flat sapphire crystal with a date magnifier. Love it or hate it. It works really well in this particular instance. I've not been a huge fan of date magnifiers on my tag. It does have it on my Aqua Racer, which I do love. It's a huge magnification on the tag. This one, it is a good magnification. So it is useful, and it's lined up very well. The movement is the GL224, which is really either an ETA 2824 or a Sellita SW200. Keeps really good time. Weighs in at 5.6 ounces, and I totally forgot to convert that to grams. So yeah, Google that if you need to. 200 meter water resist, and it has a 38-hour power reserve. So it is a 60-click bezel. And the bezel action is pretty good. Like I said, this is toured around the country and been played with, been reviewed by a couple of other YouTubers that were part of the tour, but the bezel action is pretty good. All in all, for $400, this is a lot of watch. So let me show you on my 7.25 inch wrist, and then we'll do a size comparison also. This is a little loose on me because I didn't go through sizing it. It's kind of a split ring or a split pin design. So I didn't size it because I'm just going to send this off on Monday to the last person. So a little bit loose, but I could wear it this way. I just would have taken a link or so out to fit me just a little bit better. But all in all, this is a comfortable watch. The Caseback has some info on it. This is a special edition, and it says special edition there, and it does have a number of what number this one is somewhere in there. But it does say Sapphire Crystal, Talks about its water resist, and this is number 0123. We don't know how many they made, but it does give you a little bit of information on the Caseback, which is kind of nice. So kind of zoom in here just to give you a quick little rundown. All in all, this is a really cool watch. So here it is next to an SKX build that we did. Rob actually built this one for himself, and then I was able to sweet talk my way into it. Both 42 millimeter cases. The Glycine on the left has a much bigger dial by about 3 millimeters or so. Noticeably different. But they're the same size overall. This one, the SKX, has a little bit shorter lug width and it has an offset crown, but or lug to lug. So it's the SKX is a little shorter in this direction, but just as a size, and this one's much heavier also. Partially probably because of the bracelet, and it's much thicker. And this strap code bracelet that's on the SKX is just a heavier bracelet. So anyway, let's send you out with a loom shot, and I will get this boxed up and sent out to Billy Bob, our last participant on the tour. So the SKX is really going to blow you away. So it's really not a good comparison. And having the loom monster here in the back doesn't really help. But the loom on the Glycine is not bad. And just because I've got it here, we got some loom on the Spyderco Delica, just because it happened to be on the table. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.